Hello everyone, this is Bad Our Boy, and 50 years ago, on this very same day, an icon, a legend, a leader, and a father died. Passed away mere hours after he reconciled two of his brothers that were fighting. I'm talking here about President Jamal Abdel Nasser. And yes, it's Jamal, not Gamal. It became Gamal in the Egyptian dialect because the G is pronounced as a J. It's a common misconception. That's why it got translated into Gamal into English, but it's in G. It's Jamal. But anyways, moving on from that point, we lost this great man. We lost, to be honest, we lost a part of us. He was the man that he was the spark that ignited the flame of revolution against tyranny, against corruption, against extremism, against imperialism. He was the man who stood by the common man, the common citizen, by the poor, by the worker. He stood by them. He was the man who told the Arabs it is not right to keep our heads down where history writes itself, that we have our dignity. Maybe Europe, maybe the European colonial powers came here. They took our lands, took our resources, put us against each other to further their goals, divided us into entities. But they will never steal our dignity. They will never take our dignity. They will never break us. Because as a people, we have the right to stand up and write history ourselves. He told the Arabs that it's not right. It's not right to sell your lands, to sell your country, your people. It's not right to just spit on the graves of who died for the cause. He was the man that smiled in the face of danger, that under pressure he didn't surrender. For example, in the Suez Crisis in 1956, he knew the British were coming. He refused to leave Cairo, and he called for a people war. He is a man that when he felt that he failed his people and his nation, he resigned from power. Imagine one of the strongest, if not the strongest man in the Arab world and in the region, resigned because he felt he betrayed his own people. And the reaction of the people was supporting him, was telling him, we want you to stay. It is not the end of history. History doesn't end here. We write it ourselves. You taught us that history is written by who fights for a cause that is just. And our cause is just. And we want you to lead us. We want you to lead us until the final breath. He is a man that supported freedom, supported revolution, supported the right of a man for self-determination. He is a man hated by colonialism, by Zionism, by religious extremism. He was conspired against times and times again. They tried to defame him, they tried to discredit him, and when he was defeated, they mocked him. But no, he didn't care. He just smiled. He just smiled because he knew that it's not the land that was lost. They were aiming at the mentality. And if the mentality is lost, the psyche is defeated, then no one will liberate the land. And I'd like to quote here Hafez al-Assad, the former president of Syria, when he told Kissinger, Henry Kissinger, the United States Secretary of State, he told him that the land is here, the land isn't going anywhere. But if we don't liberate it, then the future generations will liberate it, will liberate the land. But if we lose our dignity, we lose ourselves and we lose the land. It wasn't exactly word by word, but you get the idea. Abdel Nasser, in his last days, his literal last day, he reconciled Yasser Arafat and the Palestinian Liberation Organization with the King of Jordan, King Hussein, as if he was trying to say that Arabs stay together, band together, fight together, unite your efforts tonight, do not kill each other, because that's what our enemy wants. Please do that, for it is my will. It is my will. I'd like to believe that that was his will. I'd like personally to believe that that was in his mind when he reconciled them. Him dying just mere hours later. It's number one, it's suspicious, but I'm not going into conspiracy theories. Him just dying after mere hours of the Cairo summit really means that I think he fulfilled his job. He fulfilled his reason to live. And he told them, he literally just told them in a way that changed the world, my final message. And he died. God have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. May God enters him through the doors of heaven. And today we see that this Nasser's rhetoric is dying down, with Arab regimes slowly heading towards normalization. It's quite disgusting, to say the least, that the people that were once shouting what was taken by force can only be retrieved by force are today just clapping for treachery, for selling out, stabbing everybody in the back. It baffles me and disgusts me. And when I condemn the actions of regimes, I do not talk about the people, because I know that the people aren't the regimes. I know that some people are oppressed, some people are not allowed to speak up, some people have anger against the regimes and their actions. I'm not going to name, because you know who I'm talking about. And I just want to take this opportunity to say to my Arab brothers and sisters, and not only the Arabs, for everybody, do not let despair get into your psyche. Do not let despair and pressure and hatred and normalization and treachery and treason and collaboration take a mental toll on you. They want to break your mentality. They want you to surrender to them mentally, so you can surrender to them physically. Always believe that no matter how it takes, no matter how much time it takes, victory shall be ours, shall be for who fights for a just cause. Our cause is righteous. Our cause is righteous. It is our right, our land, our people, our nation. Our martyrs who are dying. Our children who are massacred. Brothers and sisters, it is not their fight is not rightful. Ours is. They claim to be righteous, whether it's the West or whether it's groups that are extremists with fucked up mentality, running around like the armed terrorists in Syria. They will claim a lot of things. They will claim that they are righteous, that we are wrong, that God is on their side. I wonder where I heard that before. But know this, brothers and sisters, know this. We know that our cause is righteous. We know who our enemy is and what is its history in our lands. We know what we gotta do, and we will do it till the final breath. Do not let yourself think for even a split second that the struggle is not the way. Do not do that. We as a people have the right for self-determination. We as a people have the right to write history. Our dignity should never be broken, my brothers and sisters. Our dignity should never be broken. Maybe we cannot do much. Maybe we cannot take a rifle and fight. But it's not about always fighting in the battlefield. It's about the fight of mentality. Today, our enemies are losing in their psyche. They just latch on whatever small political victories they can get in order to, hype themselves up. But today we know that they are scared. They were defeated, they were humiliated, and they are scared. I'm not gonna name, because we all know what we're talking about. They were humiliated and they are scared. And they have the right to be scared. Wake up, my people. The free people. The people that holds its dignity and honor above everything else. Do not let despair get to you. Do not let them make you submit. Always believe that we are righteous in our fight. And that one day we will emerge victorious, no matter how much time it takes. Because, and I'd like to quote the former Libyan national anthem, God supports the weak. God supports the people who fall under the boots of tyranny. Some of you are not religious. Some of you might not believe in what I believe in. It's your choice, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. God stands with who is righteous. And I believe that our cause is righteous.